So last two questions I always ask. I'm interested because obviously you talk about your ex-wife and your current wife. Did law enforcement affect your family?
I think so.
Okay, in what way?
I was gone all the time.
Yeah.
Yep. Gone a lot, right? So part of the downside to being an adrenaline junkie is you want to be at work all the time.
Right.
Well, a couple things. Don't make very much money as a cop, so you got to be at work all the time, right? You got to work that overtime shift to make money, to pay your bills for Christmas, for birthdays, and all the things that kids need to support your family. So I had to be gone a lot. I worked nights most of my career. I did the job for 30 years. I think I worked like late swings and night shift for probably 20 something years. I worked holidays, I worked weekends. And so I think it was hard on my kids. If my kids were playing like little league sports, they would see me in my uniform because I was on duty, and I'd have to tell the guys, say like, hey, can you guys cover for me? Any calls come out in my area because I got to go watch my kid go, play sports. And so I was always uniform. So I'd always show up late and I'd always leave early.
Mm.
So there was a lot of missed birthdays, a lot of missed, events with the family. And so that was pretty tough, I think, on my kids. I mean, I think there was other contributing factors, but I think a lot of that contributed to my divorce, is I was gone. If you're not around, you can't have a very good relationship when you're not around. Right.
All right.
And then, one thing we didn't really talk about much is, like I volunteered or, I applied for a contract to go work overseas. I worked as a military not military, but a private contractor over in Pakistan for the State Department. So that was when I was on the gang unit, the Federal Gang Task Force here. I had an opportunity to do that. I took it and I left, and I was gone for 4.5 months.
Mm.
And then I did it again another time. I went to Amman, Jordan, working for State Department as well. Worked for the Anti-Terrorism Assistance Program, right? I was always chasing the next adrenaline rush. I'm always chasing the money, right? So that's the downside to these kind of jobs. They don't make a lot of money, so you end up working a lot of overtime to compensate for that. And then if you're an adrenaline junkie on top of that, it makes it worse. So I think it can be probably as bad as alcohol or drugs.